Sensoji Temple is a famous Tokyo landmark, the setting for movies and TV programs. But before France 24 can film here, we have to get the temple's permission.
They don't accept applications and shoot details by email. They only accept them by fax or in person. There's lots of paperwork in Japan. There are several forms to fill in. It's very bureaucratic.
Hisanori, our fixer and translator, is a slave to the fax machine. When he's setting up shoots, he has to send faxes almost daily. The temple office manager receives around 15 faxes a day, but she isn't complaining.
I receive several phone calls, which keeps me busy, so I tend to forget to check my emails. But when a fax arrives, it attracts my attention and I check it straight away.
You often find in Japan that older people in particular are not comfortable using a computer or find it all a bit too new, so faxes are much easier for them.
Japan, home of the high-speed bullet train and a leader in technological innovation, is still fond of old-fashioned paper. But its new Prime Minister is determined to put an end to the widespread use of faxes and Hanko. The seals are used in just about every aspect of daily life, from stamping official documents and opening a bank account, to signing for deliveries and authenticating restaurant receipts. Most people have a personal seal, and many own additional Hanko bearing the name of their employer for business transactions. This woman is ordering a Hanko for a company she's just set up.
I
use a Hanko whenever I go to the bank, to the town hall, to pay my bills, for everything related to money. I would say that I use one more than once a day. If I don't add my seal to a bill, it won't be accepted. This is the way Japanese companies work, and I don't think it's going to change.
This man has been carving handmade Hanko for about 70 years, a practice imported from China 2,000 years ago. This seal is harder to forge than a handwritten or digital signature, and it guarantees the authenticity of a document. In 8th century Japan, the use of a forged stamp bearing the imperial seal was punishable by death. For this family-run firm, the campaign to banish Hanko amounts to an attack on Japan's identity.
The Hanko is a way to commit to the veracity of a decision, to affirm clearly one's responsibility. But now, politicians will be able to say, I didn't say that, I didn't commit to that. But Hanko plays an important part in preventing that kind of problem. We are moving towards an oversimplification of behaviour and an era of lies. The Hanko is proof that someone is not lying.
But Hanko are becoming less popular. At the height of the coronavirus pandemic, employees were forced to go to the office to stamp documents, despite being encouraged to work remotely. Shachi Hata, a well-known Hanko maker, has adapted to changing times by producing an electronic seal. Between March and June this year, 270,000 companies bought the product.
Our service means we don't have to go to the office to authenticate documents. We can do it online. It's true that a part of Japanese culture will disappear. But unfortunately, we are shifting from paper to digital services. And the Hanko won't disappear completely. Some people will keep using them. But this new system gives them other options.
The coronavirus pandemic may have hastened the demise of the Hanko in some areas of Japanese life. But in a country where a quarter of the population is aged 65 or over, personal seals and fax machines aren't ready to disappear just yet.